All right, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we are going to take a look at some more roots and exponents. So when you have a number, let's take a number like 27, that number actually consists of other numbers, and those are called factors. What we want to do is factor 27 down to its prime number constituents. Let me show you how to do that. The very first thing you have to do is determine what is the smallest prime number that 27 can be divided by. It can't be 2 because 7 is odd, so let's try 3. Remember our trick. Add the digits. See if the digits add up to a number divisible by 3. So 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3, therefore 27 is divisible by 3. This works for any number. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 is not prime, so we continue to factor. And 9 consists of two prime numbers, both of which are 3. So just to review, we can rewrite 27 as 3 times 3 times 3. And recall that any number or variable that does not have an exponent is understood to have an exponent of 1. And that is very important when you are multiplying bases. So this 3 is called the base. And when we multiply them together, you add the exponents. So here's how you do this math. You just rewrite the base, and then you raise that base to the power of the sum of the exponents in the product. So that means you'll raise 3 to the 1 plus 1 plus 1 power. And what that gives you is 3 to the third power, which is known as 3 cubed. If you want to see that visually, it looks like you're taking the volume of something. Let me draw a quick cube here. Forgive the lack of any artistic talent on my part. Okay, so we'll just get this cube drawn. It'll look something like this. Okay, we'll connect these. Okay, so what it means is that we have a cube with a base, a width, and a height of 3. So a cube, if you want to do it length times width times height, you have 3 times 3 times 3. So that is equal to 3 cubed. Okay? So that's fine. Now let's take a look at how we can use this knowledge when taking roots. All right, let me move this up a little bit. And let's look at 27 again. Remember, we said 27 is equal to the product of 3 times 3 times 3. And the last time we grouped them together by multiplying all of these together with their exponents of 1, and we came up with 3 cubed. But that's not the only way we can group them. For example, we could group these two 3's together and write the product like this. 3 to the 1 plus 1 power, or 3 squared, times 3. It seems trivial. It seems like, well, why would anyone want to do that? But let me show you why. Imagine if we had been asked to take the square root of 27. Okay? It's not implausible that you would be asked to take the square root of 27. Let's see what the calculator says. Okay? Take 27 and then hit the square root symbol. And you get this non-repeating irrational number. Okay? So how can we make sense of this? Because this is always just an approximated value. We don't like those in math, certainly not in algebra and geometry. So what can we do? Well, let's try rewriting this 27 as the product of the primes right here. So imagine we were to rewrite the square root of 27 as the square root of 3 squared times 3. And we've proven that that's possible right here. Now, why does that help us? Because it is possible now, when you multiply numbers under the radical sign, it's possible to break apart this one square root into two separate square roots. For example, we can take the square root of 3 squared times the square root of 3. Now, this is important to remember. The square root is actually the second root. In a previous video, we talked about index values, and the index value that is not written in a square root is 2. So, let's look at this right here. When we take the square root of a number that itself is squared, then we just write the number. So the square root of 3 squared is just 3. Okay, so this becomes 3. And right now, remember, if you're watching this, we're only considering positive roots. We'll get into negative roots later. So we have 3, and then we bring this down, times the square root of 3. Okay? So just to finalize that, that means that the square root of 27 can be simplified to 3 square root 3. Okay, I hope this video tutorial was helpful. This is a continuing investigation of exponents and roots, and we will learn many more things as we go on. This is a multi-part series on exponents and roots, but knowing how to prime factor, being able to visualize a cube, and being able to break apart the prime factors to group them in a way that becomes advantageous to you when you're trying to find roots is very, very helpful. So please practice this skill. All right, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, leave a comment if you have a question, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you never miss a new video. Thank you.